Go ahead. I just want to show you one example of what can happen when you ask questions. So this is what they gave my dad in his feeding tube. I mean, it's like stunning, right? You're just like, it's just so much, you know, and this, again, is to somebody, this is all he was getting. I mean, he couldn't eat at one point. So this is all the nutrition that he was getting. So I just want to break apart some of the ingredients for you because I think this is just like bananas. Okay, corn maltodextrin. Maltodextrin can change your gut bacteria composition in a way that makes you more susceptible to disease. That sounds like a neat thing in the hospital. It can suppress the growth of probiotics in your digestive system, which are important for immune system function. Why would you need immune system in the hospital? It can increase the growth of bacteria such as E. coli, which is associated with autoimmune disorders like Crohn's, and 92% of corn grown in the U.S. is genetically modified, which means it is doused with pesticides and insecticides. Enterosterified oils. So these fats have, and trans fats, have similar negative effects. They increase cholesterol, they raise the bad, they decrease the good. They also raised fasting blood glucose by almost 20%. Awesome. Sugar, I mean, what the heck? Mind you, this is going in a feeding tube. My dad is not tasting this. I don't know why there needs to be sugar in it. But sugar just has this laundry list of issues. I mean, from cancer to depression to interrupting sleep to diabetes. Sodium caseinate is a dairy product. So again, if you are dairy or lactose sensitive, this one also specifically has been shown to cause kidney damage. I think I told you the antifungal was already damaging my dad's kidneys, and now he's getting it in his feeding tube as well. 75% of the world and 50% of Americans are lactose intolerant. Nobody ever asked. I mean, I don't know that he would know, but like this is something that's just not taken into consideration. Canola oil, awesome, linked to inflammation, calcifies arteries, kidney and liver damage, hypertension, stroke, 90% is genetically modified. Short-chain fructooligosaccharides may aggravate IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. May increase some symptoms with people that have limited tolerance to fructose. Again, I don't believe anybody asked. Artificial flavors in a feeding tube. This is a feeding tube product, but it's there and it can worsen asthmatic symptoms, development of allergies or food sensitivities, dizziness, abdominal pain, diarrhea, vomiting, difficulty breathing. I mean, that all sounds like awesome stuff when you're in the hospital. Here's an emulsifier linked to heart fibrosis and adrenal overgrowth, leaky gut syndrome. Carrageenan, another emulsifier that's related to all of these things, inflammation, digestive. Sucralose is Splenda. This is an artificial sweetener. So there's sugar and there's an artificial sweetener which like they've just been shown again and again and again to have all of these effects. Weight gain, increases your appetite, digestive issues, disrupts intestinal flora, prevents absorption of some medications. What? We asked if there was anything else. God bless my mom, who was an absolute rock star superhero through this whole thing. She just said, this is unacceptable. Is there anything else? This is a feeding tube formula that we found, that they found, and they were able to get and changed to give my dad. I think we were too late, but this is available. So that's what I'm saying, like, ask questions. I didn't even know when I was there. I was like, oh my God, this is the garbage they're giving him. And we asked, and they came up with this. And I will tell you so many times, they knew I was a naturopath, and so they gave this to my mom, and they're like, have your daughter look at this and see if she thinks it's okay. Like the nutritionist kept saying, like, he was doing feeding, swallow therapy, and they came in with sugar-free Jell-O pudding to do feeding therapy. I'm like, so we happen to have coconut yogurt with us, because he was at the point where he had to have like thick foods, and we asked if they could use that, and they said yes. I mean, it's that easy. It's that easy. If you can bring food from the outside, sometimes in ICU you can't, but there are options. There are things that you can do. So this is our success story. And if this helps one other person, like, I'll tell this story for the rest of my life. It's called Functional Formularies. This one's called Liquid Hope. Yeah. And it was developed by a woman whose dad, I believe it was her dad, was in the hospital, and she was not satisfied with what they were giving her father, so she created this.